everybody, thanks for joining me. This is Rabbi Wagensberg. I find it fascinating that every single year, this week's portion, Shelach, falls out right next to the time that many of our young boys and girls who spent the year in Eretz Yisrael, either in yeshiva or in seminary, it's the time of year when all those students kind of go back to their homes, away from home, and they go to camp or get summer jobs and what have you. It's so interesting how Parshas Shelach is the parsha that most of these young people go back to their families. And I think there's a message here as to why this is the case. Parshas Shelach deals with the famous story of the Meraglim, the spies. And so they were sent to Eretz Yisrael, check out the land, come back to the Jews in the wilderness, and give the report. 10 out of the 12 spies gave an evil report about the land. Only 2 of them, Kalev and Yehoshua, had something beautiful to say about Eretz Yisrael. And I think that this parsha is really speaking to us. It's relevant, mamish, until this very day. Why is that so? Because all those students who come to Eretz Yisrael for the year to learn Torah, they are our modern day Meraglim. They are the ones that are spying or checking out the land. At the end of the year, they go back to their families. I can imagine the first Friday night. There we are, back in the comfort of our home, surrounded by family. And the question is going to come, "Nu, Sarah, Nu, David, how was your year in Israel?" And that's the moment of truth. What are we going to say? What are we going to share? Are we going to complain about all the difficulties about living in Eretz Yisrael? Are we going to kind of moan and groan how difficult and how terrible it is, etc., etc.? Or are we going to give a good report about the land, to speak about the beauty of Eretz Yisrael? Every person has that chance, an opportunity either to follow the footsteps of the 10 spies or maybe make the choice and be like the righteous Yehoshua and Kalev. And this is because it's true. No place is perfect. There's no utopia, not yet. Maybe when Hashem brings the Mashiach and brings us to a Gan Eden, Shalmata, and a paradise below, until then you're right. There are pluses and minuses to every place and to every person and to every situation. But at least we would hope that the sanctity of Eretz Yisrael would help us achieve a level of understanding that Gam Zu L'Tova, everything is for the best. And really, even the things that are bitter are really for the good. And we hope that's the type of level a person can live on spiritually, so that when a person makes the choice, what do I share about my experience in Israel, a way of tying it in, the expectation is, make sure that only beautiful reports come out of our mouths. Only say the bright side. There are many positive sides to Eretz Yisrael, and even the things that are difficult can maybe be turned in such a way to show the beauty and the benefits of why things have to be done in just such a way to procure a better life of spirituality and Olam Haba and Torah. There's a way of speaking, and that's what the Parsha is really, I think, speaking to us until this very day. So join me all together, everybody, that if anybody asks us, "Nu, you live in Israel, you spent some time in Israel, how was your stay? What's it like?" Only mention beautiful things. Everybody knows the news. Everybody reads, everybody follows. But to say how beautiful it is, with all that goes on, there's so much good. There's so much beauty. And hopefully, if we would live up to pass this expectation, to pass this test, maybe we would be able to be metakein, to fix the mistake of the majority of spies. And as a result of that, we would be blessed that Hashem says, wow, only good things to say about Eretz Yisrael. Let's bring all of us back to Eretz Yisrael. But an Eretz Yisrael of a paradisical, a paradise Eretz Yisrael, where indeed everything will be understood on the simplest of levels as being kulo tov, completely good. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Rabbi Wagensberg.